So, okay. Oh, cool, it's working. Okay, cool. Hello, everyone.
Okay. I
Okay, nice. Okay. Should we adjust our, like, position a little bit?
wait. I
Like,
should.
you should move this. Okay, cool. So sorry about the hassle. There was some technical issue going on. Um, okay. How do I present this? Wait. What time is it? Okay, 6:10. So yeah, should we do our normal like ice breaking thing? Yeah, you're still breathing
Yeah, I'm still
heavily.
breathing. I just ran out from
Yeah.
the
So
first floor.
so there was a change in the venue that this is happening, and Ken just ran up from the first floor up to the fourth floor, and yeah, there are things going
Yeah.
on.
So all those people that wanted to be in the future, unfortunately, you're not.
Wait,
Yeah, because they came down to the first floor to watch
right.
us live, right?
Right, okay, but they're still watching us, like the 30 seconds each delay. I hope that's a new experience again. So we just hide ourselves somewhere else, but we're still in the beautiful office of Shopee. Yeah. So what's happening this week?
Yeah. So today, no, this week actually we have three new guys. We actually called them to Esplanade, but I think
Wait, we're skipping the new guys now,
okay.
the ship has sailed now. We also missed a chance to introduce them to everybody, so let's proceed. So this will be our third time live streaming and second time going public. And then this week I am giving a talk, and after I posted my talk on Twitter and then on GitHub issue, I got friends reacting to my talk about and said like looking forward to it or will definitely tune in. Then I got super nervous.
Okay, and then
Um, yeah, so I realized like the thing we've been talking to people, this is not as nerve wracking. Maybe we should be more sensitive to the feelings about that. Yeah. Okay, so then I come up with something else because I have to present the hosting thing as well as like being the speaker myself. I realized I only have one laptop to spare. So I'll probably just combine and grab Ken to sit next to me, and so this is how we're gonna do our talk today. Is this one right?
yeah.
How do
yeah.
I present this? Where is the present button? Present. Oh, I think it will
go full
be.
screen, right?
No, we don't want to go full screen. Okay,
Okay.
now it's working.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, so this is how this is gonna happen. After all the from method thing, we are going to he is gonna be my tutor to teach me how to code because I got problems from my own coding.
I'm coaching. I'm tutoring.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. You're coaching. Yes. Like in the future, I'll keep asking you questions.
Okay.
In this section. Yeah.
I'll
Okay, so
try.
you'll be fine. Okay, so okay, let's get started. This will be the 64th week. Oh yeah, we never transit. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we move a little bit more?
Back.
Does this put it? Oh, okay. Let's do it this way. Okay, so this will be the 64th week of RK. We call it originals. To separate from the meetup version, you can find the information about. There are some links about the things I'm about to share about what's going on in the local tech scene in this bit.ly link. Then okay, we're in the beautiful office of Shopee. You cannot see anything behind us, but we got glass window, very adas. Then also shouting outs to Engineer SG for generously providing support and guidance for the video recording and live streaming. Our videos are up on Engineer SG website as well, and they're also supporting multiple meetups happening now. Do you want to go this one?
Yeah. So for some code of conducts, so please do not record our online live streaming. You can go to the YouTube and watch it. Do not post advertisement in the live chat. and be nice to each other. We're on the internet, so we can't see each other, but still be nice.
Okay.
For more information, you can take a look at the Billy link. Yeah.
Yeah, if got typo can tell us. Right, okay. We are constantly looking for speakers. Either you're from Shopee or not, you're all are welcome to speak. If you're in this island, Singapore, logistics wise it will be easier. If you're remote, we might need to figure something out, but I do not have my stickers with me. But if you do speak, we have a limited edition speaker sticker for you. Right now the edition is Year of the Mouse edition. Although yesterday we already got idea for our next limited edition sticker already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
We do, right? We discussed this.
Oh, I haven't seen the chat.
No, you are okay, never mind. Maybe
What?
you did not catch it. Okay. Meetups going on in town. Talk CSS 48 going live stream again next week. It's gonna be a Wednesday.
Oh, look who's speaking.
Oh, okay, so Tansy is speaking, good luck to your talk. Another guy is speaking, I think I have not met him yet, but I'll meet him next Wednesday. Also, Mandy is speaking. Mandy has given an amazing talk last year in JSConf Asia, so I'm really looking forward to this. Also, GraphQL Hong Kong is happening. Why am I talking about this? Because the World Class Lead Engineer SG is recording this event. Because now worldwide everywhere got COVID, coronavirus. So worldwide everybody now going out. So in Hong Kong people also now going out. So they're hosting their live stream online also, and the World Class Lead Engineer SG is supporting them. And then Junior Dev SG Code and Tell is happening the following week. I believe it will be a Friday. So it will be after RK live stream. You are welcome to arrive in the venue 1 hour early to watch RK. It will be in person and live stream. So if you're at home, you can watch 2 live streams continuously. RK first, and then actually we're not quite sure whether we're doing public live streaming yet. But if we're going for this, you can do RK first and then Junior Dev SG. So the links you can find in the bit.ly link here. Okay, so we're getting started.
Yeah, so
Finally.
for today's talk on speaker is by yours one and only Gao Wei.
Everybody is one and only. Nobody is.
Okay, true.
Yeah, everybody is one and only.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, okay. I still need to adjust this.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
okay. So Ken is gonna be sitting next to me,
Mm-hmm.
trying to understand what I'm talking about. Yes, we need to include it. Okay. So today I'm talking about things I learned about the React ecosystem by building without them. Okay, let's switch. Let's turn off the. Is it better? Okay, cool. Okay, so how do I come up with this talk? Basically, for about half a year, I've been building a site generator, and what's on my next slide? Oh, okay. So my site generator will take care of the task of, for example, packing. We create a server for our development runtime, and then we'll create a React app that roughly looks like this. And then it handles routing. Not sure whether that's an issue for RE, but it's quite a big topic in single page application frontend. And then we also provide a few functionalities, such as, if you can see, no, you cannot see my mouse, never mind. You can see there is a user tag on the right hand side, and then there's a sidebar, there's a top navigation, there's critical functionalities and components, such that when you come down to building your own app, you only have to worry about the main chunk. So that's what I've been working on. So the initial approach we take is basically we scrape out from someone else's existing project. The good part about this is you will know it works because the project is live. And basically the approach is you take away stuff. Like you don't understand what this is doing, you take it away. And is the site still running? Still running, yes, then keep it away. If it's not running, then add it back. Yeah. So initially it was very, very fast. The generator was we released a very primitive version, like pretty early in the suite.
So you started from someone else code, like which project is that?
I think I'm not supposed to say this publicly, but
okay.
some existing project. Yes.
Okay.
But the thing is, we're actually creating a lot of projects along the way that are similar but different features, but like different requirements. So basically, we're duplicating a lot of. We're not duplicating, but we're creating a lot of similar things.
Okay.
Okay. So then along the way, we'll receive like requests and to refine and change the code here and there, and that is our chance to re-examine each part of the code and determine whether that is how we want to do it. And that is actually our chance to see whether our abstraction is proper with how we want to perhaps optimize our implementation, get rid of third-party libraries, which actually is essentially what I'm talking about today. Yeah, and have our own taste along this. So turns out our project is also free of class components. There's absolutely no class components there, as well as Redux. So I know this is a very big topic. I don't want to join the battle here. We did not pick a side. We do not want to pick a side actually. But to not pick a side from our perspective, that basically means we don't use Redux. But along the way, we leave this option open. So we kind of want to re-examine whether we want to bring it back or not. So far that's what this is about. Yeah. Okay. So today we're gonna talk about a few of the problems I encountered thus far. It's probably not gonna be very well rehearsed in terms of the talk because I kind of composed this over the time of the past week, but hopefully I can share some of my thoughts in a more genuine way. Okay, so the first problem I encountered is actually a very recent problem. We wanted to set document title. So it should be easy, right? You would think, wouldn't it just be document.title equals to whatever you wanted to set? So I wrote a very easy use effect code that does exactly this because we're still using React. This is how we participate in React's lifecycle. And then it's not working. So why? Why did it not work? Okay, so first problem is we were using React Helmet to begin with, and React Helmet is actually managing all the relevant text for us. And so simply running that code doesn't change the title at all. So, but this one is actually not hard to solve because we want to determine whether we want to keep React Helmet or not. So we just remove React Helmet and it should work properly. So like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you know it's React Helmet messing around with the document title?
Good question. Actually, I don't know how I know, but I know React Helmet is there. So I'm like, okay, take it away, and then it works.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe my thought process is not fine enough. Okay, is it? Okay, never mind. Yeah, so we took away React Helmet in that manner. Then we run into the second problem. Basically, I summarize it into setting title is a global side effect that persists. What I mean is this. So if you have a page that don't set the title, and then you go to a page that set the title, for example, we set the title in the about page to about, and then you move away from about, the title is still there. It is correct because for an HTML, once you run that document.title equals to something, it should just stay there. But it does not follow our intuition. Yeah.
So you're trying to say is that I enter this page and then I go back.
Yeah.
It doesn't update the document title.
Yes, correct. So so that and also one point is that is actually the correct behavior for the API itself, but it just doesn't feel right for our app. Yeah. So wait. Right. And then the third problem we run into is when multiple title components we turn that into a title, but it's actually a hook are mounted. It is hard to reason who wins. So let me show you. It's a bit small. So here I write a title hook, and I run a use effect to set a title, and then both I have a component and I have a page. Both the component and the page will run this hook, and then finally I did not highlight this. Page will render with set title to page, and then it will also render the component. So in this case, page wins for some reason.
Do you have any like intuition of like why page wins?
I tried, but this is only half of the problem. So if we change the implementation a little bit, we do not use a use title hook, but instead we wrap it to a component like this. So here is a title component, and inside that component, the component doesn't return any. Okay, I'm missing the return statement here, but the component does not render anything. It only calls the use effect hook, and it sets the title. And then the component will render a title, and the page will also render a title. And guess who wins? It's different. The component will win this time. So it's a bit hard to reason about. It can be a bit like inconsistent, like here and there. So to this point, I'm up to my next question. Like, so how do other people do it properly, right? So there's another internal project that I looked into their code. Actually, one of my colleagues sent to me the implementation. Without going into the detail, basically what it does is it updates title on every page. And you may wonder how does it know which title to update it to. So it actually has another utility function to figure out which title to render based on which page you are at. So that it actually goes around the problem where you leave the page, you hope to reset the title, but it actually sets title on every single page. So it goes around the reset issue that we just talked about.
So every page would try to update the title, and somehow magically the title is updated correctly.
Yeah. So every page the title is correct. Yeah. So that's that page, and it kind of also assumes that it kind of does not go into the messiness of the component lifecycle thing. Yeah. And then this is another interesting question. So how does React Helmet do it? Like everybody is using this. It's battle tested. So so I looked into React Helmet and I realized that it's using this other library called React Side Effects. It's written by
Someone.
Dan Abraham.
Yeah, wonderful.
Why am I not surprised? So the key concept is it allows you to work on all instances of a component as a whole. So what do we mean by this? And then by working on all instances of one class of component, you can have a chance to loop through all the instances and look into their props and determine which one wins.
So this is something that we as a developer get control of?
Yes. When you use React use effect, you call it with your function to determine who wins, and your function will be called with a list of props for all the mounted instances for that class component.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this means that I can set it to be like the middle element, the last element, the first element.
Yes, you do have this chance. So the last element will be the most nested one, and then the first one will be the one on the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after you determine, okay, we'll look at the code later. Right now. So there's only 92 lines of code. It's actually not complex to understand. So when you when you use the library you call with side effect with these three functions, we'll go over what they do. The key procedure are these three component lifecycle events. When component will mount, it will add this instance and then call a function called image change. We'll go through what that is later on. And then when component did update, it will image change again. And then when component will unmount, it will remove that instance and image change. So what does image change do? That's where the three functions are used. The first one you call, it will call your reduce prop to state function with all the mounted instances props. And then it will set it to state. It calls it reduce props to state, but it's actually not the React state, it's an internal state to that library. And then if you are in the browser, it will handle the client-side function that you provide. And then if you're on the server, it will run the server-side function for that. So it's very has a very simple structure. So basically that's how it works. Okay, we've gone through this already, and we've just talked about this also. So how is this typically used? Of course, React Helmet uses this. That's where I found this. Also, React focus lock. It will find the most nested one. It will allow you to determine to track the focus of a form. And then React document maker is similar to React Helmet. And then actually, Dan Abramov provided React document title as a library, but I would say it's more as a demo. So it's like he solved my problem. That's the problem I'm looking for. But actually no, eventually we did not learn for that. Yeah, because so for the project that I'm working on, we feel the behavior we want is each page will have a default title. That's actually our feature logic. And then if you want to set a special title, we use your special title, but otherwise we fall back to default title.
Okay.
Yeah. So eventually we also went for the every page set a title implementation, and it runs its own logic to figure out which title to So so to look back, we started off trying to set document title and run into all those issues. And then we learned that from React Helmet how to deal with side effects for a class of components together. And then sometimes we may find easier solutions because we have more assumptions about our projects. We're not really serving an open source community. We don't have to take care of all the edge cases, and that 10-liner solution actually works good enough for us. Yeah. Okay, so that is actually the first one.
Alright.
Shall we go through the
comments?
Actually, I feel we do not have the chance to look through the comments now. Do we have questions? Most likely, React Helmet provider is at the root most component relative to all the components, so it usually get runs last. Okay, so maybe someone asked a question and then Li Hao has helped us answer it. Thank you. Any other questions about this topic? I think there are some discussions. Okay, cool. Looks like I don't have questions. If you have questions, you can keep chatting here. Oh, hi, I see Ty here. Hello. So glad you come in. Okay, let's just continue.
Okay, yeah. Okay, number 2, state management.
Yeah, state management. Okay, this is a big topic. I'm a bit scared about talking about this because,
controversial?
Yes, because a lot of people are talking about whether we should use Redux or not, and I'm just scared to join this like conversation because I don't know, I have a personal affection about this library because I've written a lot of docs for it. Although for this project we have effectively stayed away from Redux. So I have some interesting discovery along the side of this. Basically, we wanted to begin with. We wanted to be unopinionated about this because we're building something like a core library, and that actually means we built that without relying on Redux. So normally, if you run a Redux app, no, if you develop a React app with Redux, it will put the data of all your app into a root reducer that can consist of multiple reducers. But for us to begin with, we kind of feel that our project is relatively simple. We probably only have to care about like user and nothing else, because we want the feature developers to work on their features. So we thought maybe we just don't need Redux to begin with. So we built this. Basically, we put user into its own state, and we keep that state into context. Yeah. And then later on, here's some other requirement, like we want to render some tiny badges there, here and there. So we put that into another
Part of your stuff.
yeah. No, it's not.
Context.
Yeah, we have another stateful data, and then we put it in a context. Yeah. Oh right, so this is actually the first problem we run into when we built this badge thing. As you can see, it has its own state, and we store it in a context. And then when the user calls useBadge, we call a useReducer to set the badges. But the problem, so this one, it might look correct to you, but it's actually problematic. Because when you suppose you are running a page, and if you call the two consecutively, or you render two components, each of them calling this in itself, what will happen is it will set the state to the previous state. Skipping the first one, it's actually not skipping, but it updates it to only the latest, the final, the last time you called this group. Dan Applemoff has an article explaining why this is the case. It's actually expected behavior by hook. But basically, if I can put it in a few words, it is because every single time all the hooks are run with the lifecycle event of that rendered pass. So so the first one and the second one are both run with the previous state, and then the second one actually overwrites the first one. Yeah. So actually, to do this properly, you can use useReducer to decouple the action with update logic. So instead of calling the setter function, here you dispatch an action instead, and then your reducer will handle the update logic. And this is some pseudocode. The actual code is actually not like this, and I think we changed this a lot already. So this way, we actually move like badges and users each to its own reducer. So we feel we're getting closer to Redux. It's just that we're not connecting all those reducers together, but every time we have another stateful variable, we're putting it into we're throwing it into a context, and then we're running useReducer to keep the state. And actually, I think React useState is implemented with useReducer or something. Yeah. So basically, this is getting closer and closer. Now we have multiple states live inside separate contexts, each managed by useReducer. I don't know what I created. Yeah, like user has its own, and then badges, and then other parts of the app calling the user thing, and then some even more states. You want to get the current route, and then maybe the the user can want some kind of data communication between pages and between apps. So yeah, we're getting ourselves deeper and deeper inside some kind of mess we don't know where we're heading. Okay, so so basically to handle all those data communication, we also build an event system. So we do dispatch and subscribe with payload. Does this sound familiar to you?
Yes. I mean, like, I don't know whether you guys are choosing the terms to match exactly, or
there aren't so many terms for you to pick. Like publish, subscribe. Subscribe actually is used by Redux internally. And then our brain is full of the term dispatch. Map dispatch to props. Yeah, so we don't know what else to call this. Yeah. So we actually use dispatch events with payloads as a bridge for communication. Yeah. So yeah, this will be some other pseudocode, like inside your layout. Layout is rendered by the core library. We can subscribe to some kind of event, and then inside the feature development, dispatch is something we export from our library, and then in your page you can just say dispatch with some payload, and then the layout is gonna be able to see it. Yeah, so it's not Redux, but it's kind of brewed into like our app. Yeah.
It sounds like Redux. It looks like Redux.
Right, okay, so each communication pathway connects. Okay, yeah, we talked about this. Right, so now we have multiple stateful variables with useReducer. We also have an event system. Maybe we should just bring Redux back. Yeah, so that's our sorry, I'm very, very tempted. Yeah, and then last week someone created an issue. By the way, what we have is not Redux yet, because everybody is still separate. Like user and like everyone is still separate, and user and other contacts are all separate. But then last week someone created an issue. It's actually in our room. Persist data between pages. So what this is really, I think this is a very bad diagram, but basically you can have two pages based on our current structure. Each of those pages cannot communicate in terms of data. So when the first page unmounts, its internal states will be gone. And then when you navigate to a next page, it will be a completely new state. Actually, this is an open source request. There's actually a GitHub issue for React, and said, can we have something similar to keep alive of Vue.js? You can read this issue if you're interested. And then from Dan's comment, in one of his comments, he said that keep data cache separately from component as a solution. And then he said, for example, you can lift state up to an ancestor that doesn't get mounted. This is actually probably the way solution that React would propose. Because if you want to keep the data persistent from component mounting and unmounting, you can just lift it up to a parent component. But then you will probably, it's not practical because you will be dealing with a lot of props drilling. So as you suggest, you would maybe we can just put it in a sideway cache like Redux. So yeah, so the idea is, even though this is not what Redux maybe set out to solve the problem, but it just happened that it solves the problem, because when part of your state change, the other part of your state does not change, and you have all the data of all your apps. So so it kind of naturally goes around this. Yeah. So so the thoughts around keep alive is that so this is my summary. The few options you can go for, you can host data to a parent component, but we'll probably not do this. Another one is you can maintain the data in a separate state variable, put in the context. That actually sounds very familiar. And access with hooks. And then, or you can put data somewhere else and retrieve hooks cookie or session storage, or maybe even a server call. But with respect to, we're treating it like a side effect. Yeah. And then with respect, and then come back to the topic Redux. Also in that discussion, the author mentioned he thinks Redux is too heavy.
In what sense?
Right, he did not say. I try to elaborate for him. Maybe he does not feel that way. So so Redux is tiny. Redux is actually very, very tiny. And then Redux is also not big. But I feel when people say Redux is too heavy, they're referring to the work needed to make Redux work without apps. Like you need to set up routing, and set up code splitting, everything has to happen properly. And server-side rendering, sometimes there can be performance issues, but I believe so far it's doing pretty well. Yeah, so maybe people are referring to that. Maybe people have other issue with Redux, but I think in our environment, we have very senior developers who already tackle with all those problems already. Maybe that's how he's probably gonna help everybody there also. So we don't have to worry about this. Then for us, Redux is not gonna be heavy, right? Yeah. So so to recap, or maybe actually I keep thinking about this. To answer whether we want to do Redux or not, the Redux C thing we do anyways is we're still doing individual reducers, like for every single state, and then we do need the event stream after a while. We did not realize we needed to begin with, but after a while we do need this. And then the Redux C things we miss is that separate data states with app states. But actually we may not consider bringing Redux back. There's one more issue, which is we actually don't want our app to be so centralized. What I mean is, right now we have like a cluster of pages here, and then we have a tiny core, and then it can get a bit messy, which is why we kind of are intended to bring Redux back. But then we also have other clusters of pages, and we actually want those to scale. So we want to build maybe 10s, 20s, maybe even hundreds of pages, those clusters of pages. And if we are relying on Redux, that means our store is gonna get bigger and bigger. So we may or may not bring it back because of this, because like architect-wise, we don't want to scale the state management. So maybe we're looking to something more like Flux, like structure instead of Redux.
Can you explain like briefly what's the main difference in Redux and Flux?
So Flux has multiple stores, and Redux has one store. Yeah.
So in a sense, if we have Redux and somewhat of a local page store that disappears if the page is unmounted, like it would serve that purpose?
But we don't want every page to share one Redux store.
Okay. But they still have access to one common Redux store.
That's why we don't want to do it the Redux way. We might not want to do it the Redux way, because we don't want everybody to connect to rely on one store. Yeah. That's the issue we're thinking about. But actually I don't have an answer to it now. Yeah. Okay. So we have 10 more minutes.
And the third problem.
Yes, let's see if we can get this get this finished. So this is also a bit like further away from my current work. So let me just try to recall what's going on. So there's loading and navigating. very early in the stage when we were working on routing, there is a flash of loading component issue going on. So what I mean by that is, if you look at this page, actually I think, okay, okay, so if we click on cat, it's gonna load this cat, and then if you click on dot, I will tell you what's gonna happen. What will happen is that cat will disappear, and then the page will flash, and then I intentionally added a time wait, like half a second for the dot to load, so you can see the flash.
Okay.
Yeah. And after it's loaded, you won't see the flash again. Yeah. Wait, I think I removed. Oh, okay. I removed the time. Yeah, timeout now. Cause I was dumb. Cause okay. You can see it in the video. That's without the timeout. Yeah. And then after it's loaded, you won't see the flash. And then so previously we were using this library called reinvent. And reinvent's answer to this question is you wait for a short amount of time before displaying the loaded component. So it's a loading logic. So whenever it loads, it will so the logic is on the loading component. So it will wait a short amount of time to display before it displays the component. And then I think my slides order is a bit off, but this is the other side of the demo. What we implemented is we do a preload. So before you navigate, we preload a component and then navigate. So even before your component even before that component is mounted on the screen, we wait. So it will be, the component will mount only after the loading is completed. So this is what you're gonna see. So there is never a flash of the component. So I'm pretty sure this is the video demo. So the first time it will load, and then decouple navigation will just use the loaded component. Yeah, so we implemented something like this. The loader takes a path, and then it will use the path to load. And then there's also a loader map. You'll see what this is used for. And then the loader component works like this. It will have the props, and then what it does is very simple. It simply tries to load the component, and then it keeps the module in its own internal state. And then it will check whether the module is there, and then it will render the component. There is some more complexity, but I did not include the relevant code there, specific one. But then it will actually still flicker, because there's a tiny moment where, okay, that's where my slides order is off. I was not supposed to tell you the navigate before load thing, but anyway, you get the idea. But here, there is still a tiny moment when you will see a blank screen, because here it is returning null. So what you do is, arguably is a more fine control behavior, is to preload the component before navigating. Then you realize that preload and prefetch is actually a navigating logic. It is not a loading logic. It does not happen on the loader component based on how we're doing this whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because it happens before navigation. So it's something that navigation system should take care of, and not the loading system should take care of.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's when I realized that loading and navigating is actually two separate problems, but somehow we're blurring the boundaries. So yeah, this is what we do. We do the fetch then navigate thing, and then the fetch module will do something like it will try to get the modules. And then once it gets, if there's already the module, it's cached, so you just use that module. And then otherwise it will try to find the loader. This is where the loader map comes in play. And then once it gets the loader, it will load and then return the module. Yeah, so also very straightforward, very simple. And also this is what I was talking about. The order of this section of slides is so messed up. I'm sorry about this, but I hope you get my idea. Um, so basically, we should not confuse this with HTML's prefetch preload logic, but that is actually something the browser can do, and the browser actually has an integrated strategy of its prefetch and preload. And then purple pattern is also a thing.
What's purple?
It's proposed by Google. Basically, it says you push preload important resources, and you render initial route, and then pre-cache and lazy load. And then I believe a lot of site generators are following the purple pattern to achieve better user interaction. Yeah. So so basically what we're doing is we use a loader function that returns so this is talking about a loader library, because navigation strategy and loader strategy are separate. So what can the loader library do? The best it can do is it can provide you with a loader function that you can call imperatively, and then that you can call this loader function within your navigation system, which the loader library doesn't care about. And then so you can wait for that promise to fulfill before you navigate, which is exactly what we're doing. But then React Loadable, it actually does provide this function, but it says it creates bad user experience.
Okay. So I see, because the user would not feel like there is no tactile difference when the user clicks a button, right? Like it waits for.
Yeah, it will wait.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you might want to implement some strategy to cap the amount of time you wait, or maybe you need to deal with race conditions in this method. Yeah. So that is the third problem I wanted to talk about. We have 3 minutes left. Recap to recreate the wheel or not. We feel sometimes we may have more assumptions to leverage on, then we can have a simpler solution. We don't really have that abstract solution. I feel in this case we do want to recreate the wheel, or maybe it's not called recreate the wheel because it's much simpler. It's just implement. It's just do your work. Don't make other people. Don't try to find open source people to help do your work. It's simple enough. And then also sometimes we may have special requirements that are not addressed by existing libraries. That's probably also when we need to do something on our own. But there are times when we prefer not to recreate the wheel. Like sometimes we just end up solving the same problems over and over again. And some of those problems have canonical solutions like Redux, or I think Loadable is also quite canonical in a sense. So yeah, that's roughly my feelings about the React ecosystem, things I learned by trying to get rid of the React
But you end up
yeah.
moving almost the same way towards where they end up with.
I would say the conclusion is rather similar-ish, but I would still find the journey quite worthwhile. Yeah, let's see if we got questions from the chat.
Right.
Oh my god, my boss is here. Okay. Wait, I think.
Yeah, we are done with this part.
Yeah.
So I think it's.
Okay, so if you got questions, now is a chance to ask. Got 1 more minute, but you can go home or close if you do not care about the question part, but we'll scroll through. But not too sure. What's CMIIW?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, okay. Today I learned. Store in Redux. Okay, I do not have my brain. If you spot a question, please stop me.
We will suspense solve this problem.
Oh yes, I'm glad someone asked this question. Thanks, Luis. Yes, actually, it's very similar to what suspense does. No, suspense for data loading. So actually, if you read Dan Habermas's introductory articles to suspense, he mentions that this is something you can do on your own. It just takes some work, some extra work, and maybe you will be repeating yourself doing this.
Okay, because from my understanding, like suspense happens after the page navigation, but this one talks about before that, right?
I think it provides you with the option of, I think it's rendered as you load. So it provides you the chance to provide a strategy of how you handle this. So I am interested in suspense in this matter. Although for my library, I think we are more conservative on the React version that we're using, so we might not be able to adapt to suspense in a long time. So yeah. Okay, I think we're not seeing more questions from here, and because it's rather slightly late today, we're gonna call this pretty soon. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the accident is not an accident. Yeah, it was a bit messy in the beginning. I think we should cut some we should post edit the video to cut the initial part.
Okay.
Yeah, we should do that. And then we're looking for speakers in 3 weeks. Is that 2 weeks? Yeah, it should be 3 weeks. I think if I remember correctly. And for future speakers, you will have the option to conduct your talk like this.
So you can have either one of us sit beside you as you present and ask you questions.
Yeah, it's quite interesting because I feel very interested. I mean, after I come up with this idea to have Ken sit beside me, I'm a lot less nervous. So just to let you know, you have the option to bring one of us into your talk, or both of us, but maybe 3 of us cannot fit in the screen. Yeah, so we can do it this way. If you want to talk about some bugs that you encountered, you're more than welcome to. So just poke us or create an issue in our
repo.
Yep. Okay, so that's it for React Knowledgeable number 64, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Should we end stream first or?
We should.